this information to the people so they know what is going on, to warn them. And we have done that since like few years now. And yeah, it's making a difference. There are less children taken now since all these flyers are going on out. But of course, you don't hear anything from all the work and the progress we are making in the media. So this kind of, we have to use our own means, like with this interview I'm doing today with you, to share this information so that people hear it and they know what is going on and what people are doing, because otherwise they don't know. It's, yeah.
Well, I mean, both of us have faith. We both believe in Yeshua, and he's obviously here with us today. And I just pray that he protects us both, because what we're exposing, I know other people have exposed it before, but we need now to get those templates out that you've got there to a much bigger audience, perhaps. And, you know, certainly living in the UK and also the Australians and the Americans in particular, we are being targeted by the vaccinations.
Yeah.
And this has relevance because they think they can do what they want to us because we're part of the matrix.
Mm-hmm.
So how we can is there a chance of us being able to incorporate this in this now seemingly, and that it was on television this morning, it was rolling along the bottom of the TV screen about everybody in the UK being vaccinated. This is their plan by the end of 2021, because we are corporations.
Yeah, they're also rolling this out in Switzerland. And I'm glad I see a lot of people on social media exposing the danger of the vaccination. And I hope a lot of people will not get vaccinated. But there will still be some who will get the vaccination because they say, yeah, I cannot travel by plane if I don't have the vaccine or whatever. But yeah, I would rather not travel by plane and have them getting vaccinated. Yeah, people need to be really careful, because when I was investigating this fraud family court and CPS, etc., I was getting in contact with the people of the Swiss Health Department, because no, not apparently, like, it's really bad for parents' health if they cannot see their children. You know, they're suffering enormously. And I tried to contact them to say, hey, we need to do something because the health of the Swiss family, of the public, is suffering, and they were not interested. They are not interested in the health of the public, of the people. And first you are like, what is going on here? They are here for the health of the public, but they are not interested. And you're like confused, you know, because they say we are here for the health. But once you know, it's just like, you know, they're pretending. There are a lot of deceivers and a lot of liars. And it's like child protection service that has the word protection in it, but they make profit with abuse, with putting children in children's home, with putting children up for adoption, breaking the bonds between good parents and children. It's bad, it's evil, but they will make it look like it's something good. And it's the same with these public health departments. They're like, we are caring about the health of the people, when in fact they're not. It's just about the profit, you know. And as long as people have not got access to their secret trust bank accounts, it's highly profitable to depopulate.
Well, yes. I mean, the thing is, if another organisation has your birth certificate details, you don't even have to offer them your birth certificate. So long as they've got the relevant details, they can start taking from your trust fund themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. I've sent letters to social services and other offices, and I asked them where the money comes from. And I said, they wrote back like, it's not coming from the Sedgwicker V Trust, but they don't show you any evidence. So I use this letters to send it. I send it to other people and say, hey, look what they replied. You know, they are just saying something or stating something, but they're not backing it up with evidence. And that's what I want to see, the facts. And they're not showing you any facts. You basically, you don't see what is being done behind your back and how much is being taken off your trust account. You don't see that as a member of the public, and it's wrong. You know, we should be able to see what is going on the back, because it's been these trusts are created for us, you know, and we should be able to have access over it. And it's everything is done in secrecy, and it's really not transparent for the public to get to this kind of information. But I have to say, I'm really glad about the progress or what is going on in Switzerland. I've seen a video recently about people who went to the Bank of International Settlements in Basel, and I made a peaceful protest, and I put like flyers on the entrance. And so I can see there's a lot of people waking up now to the central banking system and how this operates. And yeah, especially this bank in Basel in Switzerland, the Bank of International Settlements, where all these strawman accounts go over. So we had people in Switzerland who used their social security information to calculate the IBAN number of the strawman accounts, and they made test payments on their own strawman accounts. And yeah, some of them got like visits and got scared. Some got like problems then with their banking, and yeah, some got the money back. But people in Switzerland and other countries, they are investigating the bank, and they did tests, and they're putting these videos on YouTube so other people can watch it and learn from it. And this is really good, because more and more people start to wake up and do their own investigation and share it with other people. And yeah, I hope more and more people will do that, because yeah, everyone who has a birth certificate has this secret trust account, and yeah, everyone is at risk, you know, being targeted.
I know, having privately spoken to people who've got to the end of their journey on this cestu trust, they have struggled in two ways. They've gone out and tried to buy a house, and when the vendor has realized that the money is supposed to come from the trust fund, the house gets withdrawn from sale. And then other people, they say they still have had problems being able to sort out all the different trust funds that there are, because it's not just, you know, as life goes on, you haven't just got one trust fund. You know, there's various contracts set up, isn't there, through your life?
Yeah, it's complex. It's not been easy, and the information is not served on you on a silver tablet. And I have tried to discuss with the people from the Swiss Treasury about giving forms to the people so they can claim their trust accounts. And yeah, I got told, you know, if you want that, you have to go to court if you want that form. And I was like, yeah, we do not have real courts anymore. They're private corporations pretending to be courts, but they're no real courts anymore. Switzerland had trial by jury up until 2011. On the 1st of January 2011, they took away trial by jury. So we don't have real courts anymore.
Wow. Well, I mean, we have, we're still connected to Europe by the European arrest warrant. So there's been some high profile cases where people have gone to Europe, say with their child who needed life-saving treatment, and they took their child from a hospital, and then they got thrown into jail in Spain, for example. So we basically, this is, people often languish in jail abroad for years and years, like in France and Romania, English people who maybe are being accused of something, and then they just sit there for ages and months and years, and this is where you're saying that they're guilty, and then they have to prove their innocence. So this is the Napoleonic Code, isn't it?
And the system works like that, guilty until proven innocent. But if you learn the difference between law and legal, if you know about the birth certificate, the Certificate Act, if you have all this knowledge, what we experience now recently is the system don't want you in the mental health institution or in the prison, because you can educate other people there about their birth certificate, and I don't want that. So I have been put in jail for one night, and they didn't even keep me longer than 24 hours because I know the information. And as soon as they put me with someone else, I start to educate the people. They don't want that, learning this information protects you. So I can only encourage everyone to look into this information, and you have like different infographics. Julian made a lot of really useful infographics there in English. People can get the infographics for free, flyer templates. We have also a revoking consent template where all the information is on it. We have it in English and in German. So people can start to use these templates to protect themselves, their property, their children. And it's really important, because it can happen to anyone, and what you do, police comes, and you need to know, you need to prepare in case, so you know how to react, because they have their own language, this legalese, and it's really, they can entrap you, and you need to know what to say, what not to say, and I can only encourage everyone to learn the law versus legal, and to start to pay attention to all this information to protect you and your children, your property. I've seen people losing businesses, the Phoenix scam, the mortgage fraud, like children being taken by police, CPS, from good parents who have been a victim of domestic violence, children taken, put into foster care system or children home, or then being the children given to the narcissistic, to the abusive parent. It's happening all the time. It's still happening. It's happening everywhere, and people need to wake up and learn the information so it won't happen to them.
Sarah, how long did it take you? You said that your son was taken from you 2 years ago. How far had you got on this journey at that point, so that you were obviously not able to protect him?
Well, my mistake was I sent him to school. And I can only warn other parents, the schools are working with child protection services behind the back of the parents. And you don't even know it. They're doing everything behind your back and you don't know it. And then you suddenly get an email, your child is not coming home for lunch. And then what? I had no idea for 9 days where my son was. They didn't tell me, and they took his phone away. A phone I bought, I paid for, they took it away. He had no way to contact me or to let me know where he was, And the schools are being a danger for the children, I have to say.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know what it's like in Switzerland at the moment, where you are on their glide path towards them conquering us, if you like, and getting this DNA database. But certainly my understanding is that when eventually the children go back to school in January, it seems that they want to test the secondary school children first, and then they will test the primary school children a few weeks later. But then we see that in actual fact, they may not have any intention of educating the children in school for more than a few weeks now. They will put education online. So there's a multitude of agendas here, because you've got the thought of your child as his or her DNA being collected in a big database, which is awfully convenient when you know that the government is working hand in glove with these obviously corrupt medical profession. And that does, unfortunately, have to say, it includes an awful lot